Coming into this gut range. And also the womb space. We're starting to feel into this sensitivity, koshai, and noticing how previously we would have said it's a feeling of panic or anxiety. This trembling here, koshai jaya, within the belly, koshai. So let's come into commune with, to speak with, and really to relate to relate with koshai, our sensitive natures. Just noticing this armor starting to drop out of the feminine range. As we start to become aware of how unsafe the body has felt, how we put up these barriers and these walls from within us, from the inside, causing almost this film, an inability then to relate clearly or properly through to the external. Recognizing that yes, on some level we have enacted this, we have enabled this, and also the instigating energy that caused this. We look at this now. This seed tone of deception within the feminine range, this agitation of the field. It's almost like I see that it's like a tripping of an alarm system, or a false tripping of it, right? There's almost an energy here that wants these barriers to go up inside of your field. And so it's almost like it creates shock waves, as if there was a security system that picked up on earthquakes. And once it felt that vibration, these armored walls would come down, these fences would come down and lock in. So there is a designated or designed agitation into the field that comes in through this left lower abdominal range, almost into this hip area. And the feeling that comes in with this is, oh, this can't be true. Who would want to hurt me? Oh wow, here's the root of this feeling here. Who would want to hurt me? Am I that bad that something would want to hurt me? This inability to understand and believe what's going on here, how it causes this shame, which becomes this self-perpetuating loop and cycle within the field. So the way that we work through this and process through this is to allow ourselves to come in contact with everything that doesn't feel good. Because as we continue to sort through and understand why those sensations and feelings are there, we come deeper and deeper into the seed of who we truly are, which is pure sensitivity. Pure love. The ability to be moved by that which we encounter. The ability to have deep feeling in relation to something we are connecting with. Whether that be connecting to our own selves, our own inner world, or the world beyond. Good. We're starting to see a different range of the vagus nerve. It's almost like a reflection here, an energetic range that actually emanates and terminates from within the sacral. And let's come into these nerve branches here within the biology. Start to awaken them here. We see even with the feminine cycle that when there is cramping that is experienced, part of this is there is deep sensitivity that is occurring when we are in that experience. But it really gets covered up through the pain. And in fact, when we feel the pain, we start to focus on the pain rather than understanding this is the movement of my sensitivity within me. My ability to feel and move with energy in harmony with the waves. So continuing to come deeper here into this vastness of being. Not fearing the sensations, not fearing what the body is feeling. In fact, this seems to be a huge part of what we are designed to do, to feel into these depths of sensitivity that the human form is capable of, to learn how to move through down to the depths of this. We continue to follow this into the root, into the base here. That there is no bottom to our sensitivity. This is even maybe what we would refer to as evolution, right, of the soul. It is endless. But understanding this process and knowing that we have the tools to move through this as we listen to the body, what it is communicating to us, as we allow for the unpackaging of this communication, time for this integration of the wisdom of the knowledge, and knowing that there will be parts of the old ways, the old understandings, the old, we could even say, ego of the human that will fall away in the process, over and over and over again. And understanding that there really is no such thing as the ego. It is a framework of identification of who we are. And so even if we feel we've gotten to the bottom of the ego, what we will find is perhaps we've placed there instead spiritual understanding of ourselves, or maybe what we would call enlightened understanding. Understand that that will continue to be dismantled. It's almost like that Jacob's ladder, that toy where if you get to the top just goes back down and becomes part of the bottom again. You are evolving in your own space, in your own way, within this time-space dimension. As we've said, it is a sphere within a sphere. So resting with this, allowing this wave to reverberate and to settle within your field as you pick up on this, as you synthesize with this, harmonizing to this. Evolution is cyclical. We continue to come into deeper and deeper ranges of the same self. And yet it seems like what was happening is that this cyclical way of moving through energy somehow became bogged down or entrapped within the density of the negativity and the stagnation. And really what we call kind of karmic cycles or looping is this inability to shed those old energies in favor of the new. Okay, feeling this deep within the nervous system. So releasing here through the base of the brain, these energetic ranges. Wherever we try to hold in these places where we feel settled and secure, or these moments where we say, oh, I've got it now, I've got it now. We have to look here. Always know that that will continue to evolve. And really the only job is to be curious in the present moment about what is being experienced. Be curious about how you are experiencing it. And why are you experiencing it the way you are experiencing it? This exercise in contemplation of your own evolution. Let's start to bring the earth in here. You start to feel very unsettled or ungrounded, perhaps as if you're floating. Allowing for this stretching and growing. Giving yourself permission to find deeper and deeper versions of yourself. Giving yourself permission to feel more and more settled within these deeper versions, these more expansive versions, these simpler, more refined versions. As it is so.